The breaking news at the top of the show that was a little bit of a stunner this morning. Patriots wide receiver Stefon Diggs faces a felony strangulation or suffocation charge. This incident reportedly occurred on Tuesday, December 2nd, the day after the Patriots beat the Giants on Monday Night Football. Diggs' lawyers right now in court today are arguing that the police report should remain sealed. I watched our colleague and your co-host, Mike Florio, did about a 6 to 7 minute, which if you want all the exact details,
Mike will be all over
I would highly recommend
Right.
watching it. I was lucky enough to catch it on my way to the studio because there's a lot of stuff that, legality and league-related stuff that goes over my head. He basically said, listen, that's not very common. Police reports are public for a reason more often than not.
Right.
So we'll see if that changes. The Patriots have issued a statement saying Diggs denies the allegations. Of course, they are currently standing by him. If you want to see the full statement right here, I guess I'll just rip through it. The New England Patriots are aware of the accusations that have been made regarding Stefon Diggs. Stefon has informed the organization that he categorically denies the allegations. We support Stefon. We will continue to gather information and will cooperate fully with the appropriate authorities in the NFL as necessary out of respect for all parties involved. And given that this is an ongoing legal matter, we will have no further comment at this time.
Yeah, that's tough, right? That's the second major thing that Stefon Diggs has put this organization through this year, right? I mean, let's not forget he got signed, and there was the whole boat and his little candy box that he was showing girls. Candy box, right? So, there's concern, and the Patriots are a top-notch organization. They don't like this kind of publicity right here. The first thing I say, I'm gonna hold judgment on anything, right? With Stefon Diggs, because Stefon Diggs, and I just want to say this, not sure guilty, not trying to even go down that road. I just know one, and I've been around the NFL for a long time. He's a superstar. He's a superstar that has crossed over football superstar a little bit into mainstream pop culture, R&B, rap culture, and all of that, right? So he's in, sex, drugs, and rock and roll, for lack of a better way to say it, right? Now, because of that, as we know, he's, pretty famous for some of his things with girls, and he's Cardi B and got all that going on.
Right.
And, I think he's a guy that, probably puts the pedal to the metal when it comes to working and having fun out on the off the field.
Right.
There's all of that. But I do know that I've been in the NFL, been around it for a long time. Sometimes some of these are true. Sometimes it's somebody jealous or mad about something that went on. I don't know where it goes, but it's a bad look for Stefon Diggs, and of course bad for the New England Patriots.
So what is it like in a locker? What is it like for a locker room right now where they're rolling? They just won the division.
Right.
The quarterback probably is going to win the MVP. We're going to see. There's time left, but not a lot.
There's a door open right now.
He's the runner.
Sure.
He's the favorite by the odds,
right.
And there's a bigger conversation there. And this team is preparing for – they haven't had a ton of – credit to them how many games they've won.
Yeah.
But they haven't had a ton of big games this year
Right.
because of the schedule and everything. The playoffs are going to be incredible to watch. We're going to learn so much about the Patriots. And now this – strikes the organization where, one, we don't know if he's going to be available. We have no idea of that.
No idea.
And once again, going back to Mike breaking it all down, he said, there are times where the league can intervene and put you on paid leave, depending how they feel. We don't know if that's going to happen.
Yeah.
We don't know what's going to be the future of this case. So we don't know if he'll be available or not. But as a team, you have to prepare for the biggest games of your season ahead right now.
Right.
And this is undoubtedly – at least in
horrible
the air
timing
in that organization.
Yeah, it is, and it's got to be. They got to be worried a little bit. Stefon Diggs has become the go-to guy on the offense.
Every big moment,
plain and simple, right? There's no other way to say it. And it's an offense that values guys like Stefon Diggs. That's why they got him. Right, that's where Josh McDaniels is a genius. He makes the Julian Edelmans, the Wes Welkers of the world, the Danny Amendolas thrive. He can create an offense around that. Stefon Diggs' skill set is more like that, especially at this point of his career, rather than let's just line up outside and you're going to run by people, right? We watch his highlights every week. We watch Patriot games. You watched a lot of it last week.
Yeah.
Most of his games over the middle of the field, right? Crossers, 15, 20 yards, 12-yard, little option route, right? Read the coverage, run in like you're running a slant, run back out.
Right.
And that's where Josh McDaniels is a genius. So that's where it hurts. And then I think on top of that, you got a young quarterback who's about to go to his first playoffs and play some big-time football, and that's his go-to guy, his comfort zone, and the guy that I think he goes to in a big situation where he goes, wait, I can trust him. He'll make a tough catch into, in a tight window. He's not worried about contact.
Not at all.
And right, I mean, he's tough as hell. And then the other aspect of this is, I mean, they've been loving him up there. He's been one of the leaders of their football team. Right? So the locker room's going to be okay with this because they're going to go, wait, it's the NFL, and stories like this, superstars, it happens from time to time. Okay? So there's not going to be judgment there. But the coaches and everything they're thinking about X's and O's, I'm sure they're panicking a little bit to go, wait, we might have to go in the playoffs. We haven't seen Kayshon Boutte out on the field a whole lot. It's almost like they're slowly phasing him out a little bit, or they don't like something about him. And now they're going to have to rely on some guys that like him, maybe that's not in the trust tree, and other guys use the tight ends more.
Matt
and
Collins
maybe
is on IR.
Mike Collins is hurt.
That's big.
And now you start to go, wait, we might have to trust the rookie Kyle Williams a little bit too here. And this isn't the time of year you want to be throwing a rookie into a situation, in the playoffs and go, hey, we want you to take Stefon Diggs' role. So that's where it hurts the New England Patriots. And we know that at the end of the day, it is a distraction. You could say what you want.
Right.
It is. I mean, they're going to be thinking about it. It's going to be the main topic in the locker room tomorrow morning. People will be whispering all around. And so, yeah, it's unfortunate for the Patriots that they got to deal with this right now, and we'll see what happens with Stefon Diggs.
Yeah, and every podium, every presser, and every scrum.
It's the first thing we're going to hear.
Hey, how are you preparing for your first, your playoff game of the season right here? And instead, it's going to be, hey, how do you prepare with or without Diggs, this, that.
Yes.
All about, and they can't give an answer because it's a legal matter.
Yeah.
But they still have to, the reporters still have to ask.
The beauty of Diggs and what he can do, is on that football field that not only, right, like, I mean, you're right about everything you're saying. Is McDaniels knows how to use him off of other people, right? That's what makes them special. So he's a guy we go to, right? We know we can teach him to run a route and have a concept where if we know it's one of these two coverages, he's going to be open every time. And then what happens is teams start to the down safety and the linebacker are like, oh, he's in the slot. Okay, you get him outside, I got him inside. And then all of a sudden, Josh McDaniels sneaks somebody behind you, and they're so worried about let's not let Stefon Diggs get a 7-yard completion, and then all of a sudden you turn around and go, damn, Hunter Henry got behind me and he got a 20-yard completion, right? That's where McDaniels is awesome. In his prime, his ability to use Welker and Edelman along with Gronk in the middle of the field and stress you out that way was really special. And that's, again, I don't think I'm saying anything, nobody doesn't know here. He's a damn good player. He's a leader, and he is by far the go-to trust tree guy on that offense right now.
So this is an ongoing situation. We will, give updates as it goes along.
Yeah, we'll see where it goes.
PFT will as well.
I will be shocked if something happens like commissioner exempt list unless more information comes out. That's what I would say. The NFL, as of late, seems to play the angle of we're not going to make too quick of a judgment here. We're going to gather the facts and try to figure it out a little bit. And a lot of times let the legal process play out before we get involved.
For sure, right?
Right. That's exactly right. They've had a few where they didn't do that way, but I think they've learned from that this is the best way to approach it. So like I said, I'd be shocked if he's suspended or exempt list or anything like that. Yo, thanks for watching, homies. We are now in the NFL season here on Chris Simms Unbuttoned.
Hit subscribe to get our weekly picks, game recaps, film deep dives, and much, much more.
Thanks again for watching. Subscribe, rate, review. Peace out. You know where to find us.